I needed to step up. I needed some help. I needed some assistance. I need to build a better future for my son. And this is how I'm going to do it. And it says, thank you from the bottom of my heart and soul for your participation in the creation of the Steve ONeill apartments. When I walked into my apartment and saw the depth of what was being done here, I cried. For several years now, I've been struggling as a single mom, but now for the first time in a long time, I feel like I can finally breathe. Well, prior to moving into the Steve ONeill, I was homeless for an extended period of time, and it got to the point where I was going to just up and run and leave. I need to build a foundation so that I can build a better future for my son. And this is how I'm going to start building that foundation, is with Steve ONeill.
There are many families that I have met before who now live here at the Steve ONeill apartments. I would, remark quite often, it's like, there's nowhere for our families to go. There are no options. They have, they maybe have had evictions that in Duluth, if you have an eviction, it's tough for a landlord to consider to give you a second chance. It is about fight or flight. I learned at our grand opening that LISC was the first organization to throw money into the pot to begin to bring this project from out of a dream and into reality, and to watch the change in that level of joy for their family has been remarkable. Just really a gift to be a part of.
What used to be here was a property that was really neglected. We had an absentee landlord. It was blighted. We had many assaults. We had drugs. We had human trafficking. And we had robberies, and we had homicides. And now you see this building, big, beautiful building where that used to be. You see all the vibrant colors. It really is just really invigorated the neighborhood. It just looks and feels much lighter. It takes a partner like LISC to garner community support to do what's been done in this building.
The old days in more rural communities, very often the school was the center of community activity. Well, the community school model really looks at the school as being a hub for the neighborhood. So serving the families that attend the school, but additionally neighbors. LISC was one of the partners in a Blue Cross Blue Shield funded project. It was called Addressing Health Equity through School Community Partnerships. I really like the approach LISC has to neighborhood health and well-being. And I think LISC really does a great job of bringing that together. They really understand that education, much of that happens in the home and neighborhood, and it's that investment in the whole family is important.
The St. Louis River Corridor is important because for a long time the St. Louis River was considered a negative in this community. Over the years, the river has cleaned up. There have been cleanup projects, and so it has a whole different image now. This river corridor is a great birding area. We can go fishing, we can go hiking. This is a nice area to look at and help promote. Well, the 50/50 tax, this is going to make a lot of the facilities that we have in the corridor much better. Some of the things that need attention, we can't do as individuals. Between LISC's work in the neighborhoods and the St. Louis River Alliance's work on the river, those two seem to work pretty good. They can work with City Hall, they can work with the real estate people, they can promote good, healthy living and things that are positive for the neighborhood, and try and work on getting rid of the negatives.
I'm a volunteer coordinator at Community Action Duluth. I love what I do, and I see successes daily. I think community engagement in general is good. People that are engaging the community and do that type of work, I think it's bridging classism and racism. I think it bridges and lets us know that we all deal with the same type of things regardless of who we are. And I believe that if within community engagement, we can reach communities, and then communities can reach each other and deal with issues that tend to affect all of us. The training that they gave me through AmeriCorps, it made me know that what I'm doing is on the right path. Right now, where I'm at today, LISC solidified it for me.
Equilibrium 3 really focuses on both economic and environmental development. Equilibrium 3 really over the last year have grown to look at broader community energy issues, and that includes working with businesses. We're working with the Department of Energy under a Solar Market Pathways grant, and then also working with multiple community stakeholders in determining what our future energy vision is for the community. One of our most exciting programs that we've launched this year in partnership with the University of Minnesota Duluth is working in Lincoln Park with a number of businesses to evaluate things like efficiency, but then also to actually do some renewable energy designs. One thing that we were able to do this year with support of LISC as well as working with the City of Duluth is bring in a consultant to really help neighborhood businesses think about revitalization. There's a lot of work and conversation that's happening about how the Lincoln Park Business District can really become that craft district in the community.
What we're trying to do here is surround ourselves with like-minded, craft-oriented businesses. And as we're being successful with that, we're very interested in having the Entrepreneur Fund and LISC help us in developing this area and bringing other like-minded entrepreneurs and bringing other businesses down in this area. Duluth Grill has done a great job. They now have recently invested in the property across the street from us. And we look at them as kind of being part of this craft district, which is starting to grow down here, which leads me to Ben Paddle. When they joined the area a little over 2 years ago, the craft brew scene is a trend that's going on around the country right now. But ultimately, to have one right outside our back door, it really is helping this area in Lincoln Park to develop into a destination point. As a craft district, it's going to be a unique attribute to the city of Duluth.
We want it to be a neighborhood in which people aren't afraid to come down here. We want it to be a neighborhood in which people can come down, relax, stop into a coffee shop, stop into a restaurant, stop in, get a beer, and hang out. We want activity down here, and we want people to understand that it's a great community. There's a lot of potential down here. We chose to live here. We wanted to live here, and we want to raise our families here. So, we want to work with other businesses in the area to make it better for everybody.
So it's the camaraderie and the things that LISC does is amazing.
We're more effective as a result of having a partnership with LISC that will do projects and will get rid of blight in our community.
So we've made progress, and a lot of that progress has come from support through LISC.
That really made me smile when I heard that LISC was the first one. So we were really grateful.
It was a wonderful thing you did with your participation, and again, I thank you so much for it. From the bottom of my heart and soul.